Another wonderful and a pleasant good morning from the nation's capital here in Monrovia. Today's Saturday. Today happens to be the 8th day of March. Yeah, it's 2025. Welcome to the March 8th edition of the program King's Sports Talk right here on King's FM. Streaming live on Cloud TV and our YouTube channel. This is where we converge to talk about those trending sporting events, the trending sporting news, yeah, especially our local scene. Giving you updates on some of the major happenings from our local scene in the various disciplines when it comes to sports in Liberia. My name is Otis Sanka. I'm here with you this morning on the program King Sports Talk, 1 hour, 30 minutes. We're going to take it, give you some of the major happenings from the sporting world, especially from our local scene. Like I said earlier, there are too many things happening, too many things you need to know about when it comes to sports in general from Liberia. It's our duty, so we are honored to do it. So I'm here this morning. Just hope there. Let's have ourselves a great time to talk sports on the program King Sports Talk with me, Otis, the voice mode contact. Let me take a chance of the team song. Well, it's not our actual team song, yeah, but we have to use this one for today. Like the saying goes, when the capable is not available, the available is capable. That's what I'm doing right now this morning on the program. Let's take a taste of this song. Yeah, when we come back, then we will start to talk. The talk as it relates to sports in general from our country and beyond. Let's take the gist of the song. When we return, yeah, we talk sports in general. So, yeah, a recent one of Nigeria's successful coach. They were back then doing the Dole regime, when Liberia was making headway, especially the senior national team, the most I was making headway when it comes to football. One of the successful men behind the senior men national team at that time in the country, we were talking about that, somehow we didn't see him. He returned after 39 years, we were able to see him. And we were told that he was one of the coaches that was behind the success of the Lone Star at that time. So welcome back to the program, the King Sports Talk right here on King's Radio, Double 8.5 with me, Otis, the emotional. I'm going to be here this morning, and I'm going to be with you straight up into 12:30 this afternoon on the program. It's good to have you watching. For those of you who are watching us live, you can keep your comments coming to some of the big stories we are talking this morning on the program. You can also share the video so that others can have the opportunity to watch and listen as well. For those of you following us via the FM band, I'd like to say good morning and welcome to it. It's right here on your favorite radio dial, Kings FM, with me, Otis, the Moshmo Sanka. So today we're going to be looking at the LFA League, the LFA First Division League, and the Upper Winning League. So we're going to be giving you updates from those various league and happens to be with the standing, the fixtures, and some of those things that they have been confronted with in the league as it's ongoing. We're going to be updating you on that also. And as you may be aware, the senior men national team, the Lone Star, will be going up against South Tome, the principal, and Tunisia also in the upcoming World Cup qualifier. We're going to be updating you how prepared is the senior men national team. What are some of those things that have been put into place for the upcoming matches? And we hope to talk with the deputy president at the Liberia Football Association, the LFA, in person of Benjamin Gagba. If all goes well, we will have him live on the line so he can update us up on some of those measures that have been put into place. And we're going to talk, we're going to talk more about that on this morning presentation of the program King Sports Talk. But before we go any further, I'd like to update you with the upcoming matches. Like I said, for the LFA First Division League, um, the upcoming matches for the LFA First Division League on today. There are a lot of exciting matches on today for the LFA First Division League. And for you, sport lovers, sport pundits, and executives, administrators, I guess you guys are all gearing up for some of those matches today at the various venues across Liberia. So for the LFA First Division League on today's fixture matches on today, we have at the Nancy Bido Stadium. We will have a tough encounter, and that will be at the close of the day with Invisible 11 will be up against Bill Mountain at the Nancy Bido Sports Stadium. And that match will kickstart at 4 this afternoon. And as you may be aware, Invisible 11 has put up a trick, and they are getting more and more impressive, especially after they their win against FC Facia, the group leader. So today's game we will see IE going up against B Mountain, and that game starts at 4 this afternoon at the Nancy Bido Sports Stadium. And the referee for today match between B Mountain and IE, we will see Ref Joseph 12. The assistant referee number 1 will be Abraham Didat, and assistant referee number 2, Benedict S. Tolowan, and the fourth official will be Moses Tokba or Fokba. Then on today at the two side field in Gatineau, Freeport FC will be up against FC Facia, the group leader. And Reverend Kofado will head that match as the central referee, while assistant referee number 1 will be Joe Ado, and assistant referee number 2 will be Woodrow Wilson, and the official will be George Mumbo. Then on today at the SKT practice page, yes, at the SKT practice page on today, LPRC Warriors will be up against Pinzo FC, and that game starts at 4 this afternoon. And the central referee for today will be Moses B. Johnson, assistant referee number 1, Thomas Coleman, and James Newman will be assistant referee number 2, and the master official will be Roger P. Brown. So that's how it's going to be like today. And at the D12 sport page in Newtown, Global Farmer will be up against Discovery FC. Discovery FC stays at their position on the LFA First Division table. It will be up against Global Farmer at the D12 sport page in Newtown. And that match will be officiated by Abraham Zua. Zua will be the central referee on today between Global Farmer and Discovery FC. Assistant referee number 1 will be Sekou Kone, and assistant referee number 2 will be Abu Kengo, and the match official will be Fidelis Cole Bestman. Then on today at the Doris Willis Sport page, Matiba Rowe will be up against Watanga FC, the present champion of the LFA First Division League. They are the present champion of the LFA First Division League, Watanga FC. They will be up against Matiba Rowe at the Doris Williams Sport page, and that match kickstart at 4 this afternoon. So almost all of the matches on today will be at this kicking at 4 o'clock, and We will see the central referee for today's match between Mate Barrow and Watanga FC will be Abraham P. Kamara, assistant referee number two, Freeman Granite, and Tracy Shea will be assistant referee number two, and the match official for today's match between Mate Barrow and Watanga FC will be Emmanuel Talley. So that's how it's going to be like for the LFA First Division League fixtures of today at those various venues, talking about the SKD practice pitch, the Nancy Bido Stadium, the Two South Field, the T2S sport page, and the Doris Willis sport page. So that's how it's going to be like for today and for the LFA First Division League. So the senior men national team, the Lone Star, will be, you know, uh, facing South Tome, the principal, and that of Tunisia in the 2026 World Cup qualifier. So we're going to update you on that. But before we go any further, let me bring you up to speed with this development. So, like I said, the one of the coach that was behind the Lone Star of Liberia's successes, back then in South Africa, 1996, and the Malay, when Lone Star were Lone Star, yeah, the Lone Star or Lone Star, one of the coach that was behind the Lone Star success, yeah, he's in town, and he's no other person, yeah, he's no other person than Campos, yes, he's no other person than the Brazilian Campos, and he's in time, uh, and his what is his visit to Liberia is all about. We will be giving you update on that. So the Brazilian coach Paula Campos is in Liberia, and he was one of the coach that were behind the Lone Star success back then during the Dole regime. So I'm trying to get this straight up. So he said in the mid 1980s, Coach Paula Campos was at the helm as Liberia football scene was involving with the country's new spiritual home of football, the Samuel Kando Sports Stadium under construction. His appointment was met with high hope as many saw his arrival as a step towards the growth of Liberian football. Though Campbell's early tenure saw Liberian football legends like George Weah and James Diva playing in an understudied role, the team made significant strides. One memorable moment from his first spell was the Lone Star 0-0 draw with Guinea Salid, Salid National, marking the opening of the SKD. Wow. However, the team was defeated 2-0 by Ivory Coast in a highly anticipated match despite a strong crowd turnout. After a long absence, Campos returned to Liberia this Tuesday, greeted by Advocates Sivakos Balsigia, a former player who helped ensure his safe arrival. Campos' return, it seems, has a major event with excitement surrounding the prospect of him sharing his wealth of football knowledge. Former President George Weah, who played on Campos, shared how the coach had expressed a long-standing desire to return to Liberia. Although we are now no longer in the office, could not directly facilitate Campos' return, he offered his support. He really wanted to come back. Since things didn't work out with the Federation, he decided to visit me instead because we hadn't seen each other for such a long time, we are explained. We are also credited Garcia Anthony Kwa for playing a key role in bringing Campos back to Liberia during his monthly long visit. Campos is expected to engage with young players, sharing his expertise with teams like Little Golf and FC Facia. We are emphasized that the aim was not for Campos to dominate, but to pass on the invaluable skills and knowledge he imparted to the current generation of Liberian footballers. With his return, Campos offers a unique opportunities for Liberia's emerging football talents to learn from one of the key figures in the country football history. So that's it. You know, is coming to Liberia is something that is inspiring and is meant to beef up the spirit, especially for other coaches and other young athletes, to beef up their talent, given some of his invaluable instructions. He's one of the old hands in the business, and though doing his period as the senior national team coach, he has players like James Diba, George Weah, and the rest of those top players. But in spite of that, he was one of the coach that helped the Lone Star, gather them to some of those successes that they had when the Lone Star of Liberia was at the him here when it comes to African football. So coming to Liberia, his person here and his word to some of those coaches, some of those athletes, some of those players, I mean, it just can be underestimated because he carries vast experience, he carries vast knowledge, and he has been in the business for a very long time. So we are all excited that he's in Liberia, and we hope his stay here will be something that will be fruitful. And no doubt that many who will take some of those instructions from him, and if they actualize it, they will get the needed results. So that's how it is like for Coach Pull-Up Campos, the Brazilian coach who was at the helm of the Liberian football during the early 1980s. But then SKD was just newly commissioned. In fact, maybe a year before SKD was commissioned. So, I mean, that's just it. So the senior men national team, the Lone Star, will be in action in this month. And how it gonna be like for them when that's our major concern. And I know many of you Liberians, foot lovers, pundits is a concern. We were able to qualify for the Nations Cup, and now it is time that we take advantage of the upcoming qualifier matches so that we can see ourselves, our flag fly again at those various international competitions, especially the World Cup. So those matches is about the qualification to the World Cup 2026 and how prepared are we? What are some of those things we are putting into place? And Tunisia is no small side when it comes to African football, even the world at large, except Sao Tome and Principe. But again, you cannot underestimate anything. Football nowadays, uh, you just can't underestimate anything. Unlike before, I seen a call the country names and no, but nowadays people are investing into the game, and players are doing all they can, to have their name, to have their country, their color fly out there. So it's not about the name any longer. It is about how prepared you are now. So let me give you a gist of this. It said the Liberian National, as the Liberian Football Association, LFA has announced that Thomas Kojo will continue as the interim coach of Liberian national football team, the Lone Star. The decision was made following a recommendation from the Ministry of Youth and Sports, which appointed Kojo as the stand-in coach for the country 2 games in March. So Kojo will be the stand-in coach. The stand-in coach, no matter who get there, until they can make appointment of the proper coach. So the LFA disclosed this in a statement on Friday, February 28, 2025, saying Kojo, or Coach Thomas Kojo, will lead the team as stand-in coach for the upcoming international engagement against Tunisia and Sao Tome. The 52 years old who took temporary charge of the squad following Mario Maranika's resignation in October 2024 had his previous contract as interim coach expired in December 2024. So his contract after Mario Maranika's resignation got expired in December of last year, 2024. But now the LFA and the Liberia Foot now, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, have decided that he should be the stay-in coach while they make some arrangement to see if they can have, you know, coach will come and fill in that position. Well, so what Kojo will remain, he'll be considered as the coach proper, or the LFA through the Ministry of Youth and Sport will bring in another coach that we are yet to establish. But as it stands now, Coach Joe will be as the stay-in coach as Liberia goes to face their two upcoming international matches. So he continued to say, unfortunately, he did not accomplish his task of qualifying Liberia for the 2024 African Nations Championship or achieving a decent run for Liberia in their last two games of the 2025 African Cup of Nations AFCON qualifiers. Liberia is currently third in its qualifying group with 7 points, trailing group leader Tunisia by 3 points. So Kojo was unfortunate to qualify the Lone Star on Liberia for the African Nations Championship. Is a new competition that have been, organized by CAF, the African Nations Championship. It's called CHA competition, and it is meant to, beef up the strength of those local players. Though they are senior national team players, but they play in locally. So it is meant to beef up their strength. So that competition, the CHA competition, was organized, so that it can beef up the strength of the local players, who play that trade in the local league in our various countries around Africa. But unfortunately, Coach Kojo was unable to qualify the Lone Star, even though they qualified to the second stage of the competition by defeating Sierra Leone in the two leg, and they went up to face Senegal and got defeated, in Dakar by the Senegalese national team. So it went on to say Liberia is currently third in its qualifying group with 7 points, trailing group leader Tunisia by 3 points. So Liberia have 7 points in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers, and they are trailing behind group leader Tunisia with 3 points. Tunisia will be hosted at the Samuel Kanyado Sports Complex on March 19. It continues, followed by a match against the lesser-known Sao Tome on the 21st. So on the 19th, Tunisia will be in Liberia. That's this coming weekend. Tunisia will be in Liberia at the Samuel Kanyado Sports Complex for the first encounter of the two matches between Liberia and Tunisia and Sao Tome. So on March 19th this weekend, we'll host Tunisia at the Samuel Kanyado Sports Complex, while the 21st of this month we will go against Sao Tome in Principe. So it continues to say Liberians are hopeful that their national team will secure the necessary results to improve their standing in the group and ultimately qualify for the upcoming World Cup final. Meanwhile, just a day after being considered for the stand-in coach position, Coach Kojo released a provisional squad of 36 local players to begin early preparation. His decision to invite such a large number, which many football enthusiasts believe will be reduced to 6 local players, has faced heavy criticism from social media users. So you see, it has been one of the problems. It has been one of the problems. And somebody will say, why we could do, or why we the coaches always invite local players, even more local players than international or foreign-based players. And the coach have his own judgment to make, and every decision lies in his purview. Everything lies in his purview. He's the one that is responsible. He have been given the task, to do the job, and he uses his description. But those criticism is usual, and It's something that obvious from sport lovers, people will want to always have their say. They always want it to be how they think it should be. But again, it is meant with the coach description. He has been taxed with the responsibility, and he uses his or her own description to get the needed results. And the reason for me, I believe, is because he normally, he's all between those various teams, the various local teams. He's between these various players who play the trade locally, the local players. He watches them on a daily basis. He interacts with them. He sees the potential. He knows exactly what he needs. You know, unlike those foreign players, it's not just because they are out there playing. Some of them don't even start for their various clubs. Some of them, they are not even up to the task. They are talent, though they are applying the trade internationally. But looking at, you know, their record out there, are they starter? Are they regular player? What are their impacts on their various teams? Though they are foreign players, because those things are necessary for any coach. You cannot have a player only because he attached to club out there and you want to bring him in and no, it doesn't work that way. There are players who are though they are playing locally, but they are playing full time. They are making impact. They are making impact. So I think that is meant, you know, to just make their own case. But again, Kojo has been tasked with the responsibility, and his decision to bring in more foreign players, more local players. I think that's his own description, and let watch and see. That gives him an opportunity and to see what he can do. So it continues. It says, so let give you some of those players that he had called so far. Yeah, the list of those players that the staying coach Thomas Tuchel has called so far. Well, again, a reminder: Kojo is not screen to the national team. He has served as assistant coach. He has served as interim coach. So he's not screen to the national team. So just so you know that. So yeah, list of players Kojo have called, for the two matches between Sao Tome and Tunisia. And, we will be up against Tunisia at the SKD on the 19th this weekend. This coming weekend, and that not this weekend, but this coming weekend on the 19th, we'll be up against Tunisia at the SKD Sports Complex in Painesville. Then on the 21st will be Sao Tome and Principe. So these are the players that have been shortlisted by the interim coach Thomas Kojo. For goalkeeper category, we have Tommy Sango of Liska FC. We have Derek Julu. Julu once played in the South African League. He's back home with Invincible 11. We have James Nambe of Heaven 11. Teddy Colley of Watanga FC. Ardula Koulibaly of Global Farmer. And we have Jean Yende of Wologisi FC. These are the goalkeepers. Uh, and for the defenders category, we have Eugene Swain of Kingsville FC. We have Josephus Mator of FC Facile. Mator is doing extremely well. Likewise, Eugene Swain. Eugene Swain is not coming to the CMA national team. Eugene Swain have been, with the team on several occasions, several matches. And I'm myself watching. He's one of good players. He comes with maturity. He comes with the tax. He's one of the responsible players when it comes to the pitch, coordinating his guards, and I must salute him for that. We also have Brendan Debat of LPRC Oilers. We have Nelson Laumin of Watanga FC, Sebastian Tekla of Liska FC, John Mumbo of Liska FC, Philip Tano of Watanga FC. We have Alexander Curtis of Watanga, Albert Swain Heaven 11, and we have Jai Yangfo of Blackman Warrior. These are the defender for the defense category of player called by the state coach, Coach Thomas Kojo. For the midfield category, players called up uh, by the standing coach Thomas Kojo are Jigbeck Cunning of Liska FC, Daniel Todd of Liska FC, Karen Coleman, Blackman Warrior, Mikey Toki of Pinzo FC, Josiah C, FC Facia, Lawrence Kuman, FC Facia. Kuman once played for Heaven 11. Uh, he's now with FC Facia. Yaya Ability of Heaven 11. Okay, Yaya Balete is one guy who's been doing extremely well, and I must admit that. We also have Nicholas Andrews of Heaven 11, Marvin Blackpool of Global Farmer, Hannes Cole, Martin Barrow, Aman Vakana, Bill Martin, Luis George. George is doing extremely well also of Watanga FC. And we have Daniel Newman, Watanga FC, Jonathan Freeman, Discovery, and we have Shiku Sharif for Shakhtar FC. And these are the midfield. These are players called up by the staying coach Thomas Kujo for the midfield category. And then for the starters category, we have Mark Yala, FC Facia, and now Roland Cumming, Mate Barrow, Imaro Flomo, Leska FC, Roland Gibson, Heaven 11. We have Patrick Duet, Freeport FC. These are the 36 player core in by the 36 local players core in by the standing coach of the CMA national team, the Lone Star, Thomas Kojo. So what do we make of those players? And what do you make of those players? They have been invited by the standing coach Thomas Kojo to face Tunisia and Sao Tome and Principe. What do you make of those players? Um, you know, there are other foreign players, foreign-based players that have been invited also. They stay in Coach Thomas Kojo. So while we make our adjustment to while we make our adjustment to give you the update on those foreign players, let's bring you up to speed with this development. Uh, the former chairman of the Club President Association of Liberia, Christian G. Weah, is in the media this time around. He's more about he's more about the sponsorship of the National County Sports Meet. It is his focus this time around, and what he have to say, Let's try to bring you up to speed with this from former the former Club President Association of Liberia president, uh, Christian G. Weah. So, uh, Mr. Weah has raised concern about the current sponsorship model for the National County Sports Meet, calling for more inclusive approach and empower local businesses and counties. We are also he, he went on to say, he said the National County Sport Meet, one of Liberia's most prestigious sporting events, is seen as an opportunity for fostering unity, talent development, and community pride. However, we believe the current sponsorship structure, which is solely controlled by the Ministry of Youth and Sport, undermines the financial autonomy of counties and deprives them of opportunities to engage local businesses in the sponsorship process. Yes, what do we mean? Yeah, what do you mean by that? Yeah, let's go further. We currently see the Ministry of Youth and Sport securing sponsorship for the tournament and granting exclusive advertising rights on counties team jersey. We are saying the revenue from these deals is centrally controlled by the ministry, leaving counties without direct financial benefit or decision-making power. Local businesses are also excluded from advertising on their own county jersey, They see a valuable promotional opportunities. In a statement, we are emphasized the need for counties to be granted the right to print their own jerseys and negotiate sponsorship directly with businesses in their communities. By doing so, counties could be able to generate their own sponsorship revenue, reducing reliance on Ministry of Youth and Sport allocations. Is he right? I say yes. I've been thinking in similar direction. And it is good that Mr. Weir, have come out with this. And I will be one person who will always use this platform to call on the Ministry of Youth and Sports to see reason, to give the opportunity to counties, to be able to negotiate their own sponsorship deal. Yeah. Why would somebody can't write their name or on my county? Like for example, from Maryland County, then the Ministry of Youth and Sport will strike a deal with a specific company, and those companies will come and write their local, their whatsoever on my jersey, and without no proper deal, no proper conversation, between that county and that company. But all the arrangement is done between the Ministry of Youth and Sport and the company, only leaving the county to carry the jersey with that particular business, or company's logo on it. And that deal have nothing to do with the counties. And there's no agreement reached between the counties and that particular company. That doesn't make sense. And I think the former club president for this, for this brilliant idea, and I think we all will make use of this, and we will push it to the letter so that the Ministry of Youth and Sports can see reason, because mind you now, I mean, I may have my own connection. Maybe I'm from Nima County, and there are businesses in Nima that want to advert on our jersey for the county meet. And that deal can just be reached between the counties and the company, and have nothing to do with the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Unlike the Ministry of Youth and Sports, they have their own, advertising arrangement that can be done between the Ministry of Youth and Sports and that particular company. And whatsoever proceed comes on for that, it can be for the Ministry of Youth and Sports. It can be for the Ministry of Youth and Sports, and they can use it for that, for whatsoever activities or for the ministry. Then the one that will be arranged between the county and whatsoever company the county, see necessary to do business with, that can be used for the county. And I think that alone will add value to the competition. Somebody say how? Now, as a county, I'm not going to solely and wholly depend on the Ministry of Youth and Sport allocation to do whatsoever preparation. No. Whatever fund that will be raised from that company, it can be used for the county. It can be used for the county players. It can be used for the sole purpose of that particular tournament, for that edition. And that will improve the revenue generation for various counties. That will make those various counties self-reliant. Instead of waiting on the Ministry of Youth and Sports to allocate certain funds so that they can be able to pay the players certain funds, so they can be able to use for transportation, and all they want. These are waste of time. We got to open up our minds. We got to do things differently. We got to add value on the national county sports meet. Whenever there's an edition here, the Ministry of Youth and Sports should have a committee set up that will take, feedback, suggestion. There should be a suggestion box. There should be a platform. There should be a platform set up for suggestion, recommendations, and from the various counties, from sports pundits, from sports administrators, from the fans, from the spectators, from the county officials, and those feedback will be considered by the Ministry of Youth and Sports, and they can consider some of those feedbacks in a positive form or manner and adjust themselves to it. That when there's other edition of the county meet, they can go from those suggestions, those recommendations have been made from the various suggestion box. They can add up on it and do something more different than was done from the previous edition of the county meet. So like the 2024-25 county meet, all of those suggestions, all of those recommendations that was put in or put through the suggestion and recommendation box, the ministry, that committee setup will go through those recommendations, those suggestions, and they want to see necessary. They can add on it so that the 2024 edition, based on the recommendation suggestion from those various suggestion boxes, they can add on it so that the 24-25 edition cannot, or 25-26 edition cannot be like the 2024 edition. That's how the World Cup is. There are suggestion box, there are suggestion recommendation that the committee takes into consideration whenever the World Cup competition goes on. They take in those recommendations and they add it up. The positive one are added up for the next edition, so it can be far better than the previous one that were held. So that's something that the Ministry of Youth and Sport can take into consideration. That every edition of the tournament, there should be added, value to it. There should be added value to it every edition. And like that, we will be growing. We can't be doing the same thing over and over. Make a competition just like that. Every time you go, in fact, it is declining. Instead of going up, it is declining every time. So this suggestion from our former chairman of the Club President Association of Liberia, is welcoming. So it went on to say, it continued to say, we currently see the Ministry of Youth and Sports securing sponsorship for the tournament and granting exclusive advertising rights on county team jersey. You see, exclusive. That means when the Ministry of Youth and Sport decide our list, and how they call it, say, NPA will be the sole sponsor, they will take the money, and the various county will just wear their jersey with NPA on it, without the county reaching deal with NPA. So you see that is wrong. The revenue from these deals is centrally controlled by the Ministry of Youth and Sport, leaving the counties without direct financial benefits or decision-making power. Local businesses are also excluded from advertising on their own county jersey, making a valuable promotion opportunities. There are some businesses in Sano, Leliga Golden Varela is in Sano. Sano, for the fact that Sano and the Sano have Golden Varela, Sano have the right to engage Golden Varela. Whatsoever DJ Golden Varela reach, they can carry Golden Varela logo on their jersey. That deal is between Golden Varela and Sano. It has nothing to do with Ministry of Youth and Sports. So whatsoever disagreement, whatsoever agreement is between the both parties. So it go and say, we believe this shift could foster local economic growth, as businesses in each county could be able to advertise on their team jersey, creating a sense of community engagement. For the fact that Golden Varela from Sano advertising on Sano jersey, their local Sano jersey, it gives that sense of engagement, it gives that sense of belonging. And it gives that sense of belonging and support for local enterprises, allowing counties to secure their own sponsors will promote fairness and transparency. You see that? It will also prevent the centralization on funds and enable a more equitable distribution of resources across the counties. Furthermore, counties will have more control over their branding, ensuring that the jersey reflect their local culture and pride. He said, we argue that the current model hinders the county's potential to strive financially. Of course, noting that a decentralized approach to sponsorship could ensure that local businesses have a chance to grow. It will also be good for the businesses. It will also be good for the county team. For example, I get my business in Sano. Una is an know that business. For the father, I can do business with the sound team. My logo is placed on the sound team jersey. When that thing come to Monrovia, or that thing play in the country with me, people will see that, oh, there's a business that they call Otis Business. And what is about Otis Business? And people will start to go for it. People will want to know about it. And people will know that there's an Otis Business that exists in Sano County, and they are involved into this kind of business. They are involved into this kind of this. So that's it. It continues to say, for the National County Sports Meet to truly serve the interests of all counties, we need a more inclusive and decentralized approach to sponsorship. It is time to give counties the autonomy to manage their own fundings and create opportunities for local businesses to flourish, he stated. Yes, he's Mr. Christian G. Weir. For the past 5 years, APN Terminal has provided jerseys for the National County Sports Meet, which features the names on the counties. All sponsors, we are called for change. May resonate with local businesses, but it remains uncertain whether the counties will be considered. So that's how it is like. So that's it. And this makes a very, 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 very good sense. Very, very good one. And I hope the Ministry of Youth and Sports can see reason to work in that direction. Yes, I hope so. The Ministry of Youth and Sports can see reason to work in that direction. So we will open up the telephone lines for your participation on some of those stories we are carrying on today's edition of the program, the King's Sports Talk. This is where we converge to talk those trending national issues as it relates to sports in general, and a full opportunity to have the say also. So on today, earlier on, like I said, on today, there are several matches. On today, there are several matches, and on today, in the LFA First Division League, on today, there are several matches at various venues across Liberia, and we will see. Let me give you a reminder on some of those fixtures for today. At the Nancy Beatles Sports Stadium, we will see IE will be up against Beal Mountain in the LFA First Division League, and IE will be up against Beal Mountain, and that game starts at 4 o'clock on today. At the other venues on today, the two South Field will see Freeport FC will be up against FC Facia. That game starts at 4 p.m. And also at the SKD, we will see LPRC Oilers up against Pinzo SC. And that match starts at 4 also. And at the D12 Sport page in Newtown, Global Farmer will be up against Discovery. That game will be at 4 o'clock also. While at the Doris Williams Sports page, Matty Barrow will be up against Watanga FC, and that game will be at 4 also. So that's how it will be like for today for the LFA First Division League, and that's how it will be like for the LFA First Division League. And that's how it's going to be like for the LFA First Division League. So for those of you who want to make your way at those various venues, you can start to make your way. There are so many interesting matches on today, and you can be a part of it. So the Lone Star of Liberia will be up against Tunisia next weekend in Monrovia at the SKD Sports Complex. In fact, in Pinzo, it's not Monrovia. So Pinzo is also Monrovia. So they'll be up against Tunisia at the SKD Sports Complex in Pinzo on the 19th next weekend. What do you make of the Lone Star national team, the Lone Star? What do you make of it, especially under the guidance of stay-in coach Thomas Kojo is our is what we're going to be considering. We'll open up telephone lines and you have to say on some of the issues we've been discussing on the program this morning. But let's take a break to be back with more development. Maybe at that time, we'll activate the telephone lines for your participation on the program. Yeah. Yeah, please return to all Liberians. Thanks so much for joining us on the program this morning, the King's Sports Talk, right there on King's Radio Double 8.5. Streaming live on Star TV and our YouTube channel. You can follow us where we are and we have to say on some of those stories we are hearing on the program this morning. So the CMN National Team, the Lone Star, will be in action on March 19th at the weekend and about to be up against Tunisia. You all know Tunisia is one of the giant sides when it comes to African football. And it's good, and the next match will be against Sao Tome on the 24th in March. That will be on Monday. So this Wednesday, the match will be Wednesday. The first match will be the midweek. Will be on Wednesday at the SKD Sports Complex. The 19th will be Wednesday, and the 24th will be on the Monday. Uh, so, so that's how it's gonna be like. What your prediction for the Lone Star? There have been several players that have been called up by the interim. I've been called by the interim coach or the staying coach of the Lone Star, talking about uh, Coach Thomas Kojo. What do you make of the, the CMA national team so far and their upcoming encounters with Tunisia and South Tome in principle? And you can also speak to uh, some of the stories we've been carrying also on the program this morning, and we're going to be live. But before we leave you, we will give you updates on some of those international developments on the various leagues around Europe, some of those fixtures, and Sterling will give you that before we take a leave of you. But let's try to activate the telephone lines right now for your participation on the program this morning, the King's Post Talk, and you're going to have your say on the CMA national team. We will be up against Tunisia on the 19th of this month and Sao Tome and Principe on the 24th. What do you make of the Lone Star preparation for the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier? We are trailing behind the group leader with 3 points. They are topping on 3 points. So, how far can we go? Do you think the Lone Star can make a comeback to international tournament or competition? And under the guidance of interim or staying coach Thomas Kujo. If you think so, you can put your calls through right now to 0772 23 99 33, 0772 23 99 33, or 0777 98 0375, 0888 0375. Better still, 886 30 44 96. For those of you who are watching us live on our Cloud TV, our YouTube channel, the WhatsApp number is screen on it's being on the screen. You can dial the WhatsApp number. You're gonna be live wherever part of the world you are. You're gonna be live on King's Sports Talk here on King's FM 88.5. This person is our very first caller for line 2. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
You and John calling from Broadville.
Okay, John. Welcome to King's Sports Talk.
Yes, this morning for the program.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
for me, for the national team, I think we need our best player. Because everything this team had it would help win, sir. But for the quarterback, you have our first team. That's my point this morning.
15.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This person. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning. You live on King's Sports Talk.
My name is Elijah Sherry calling from Cloud.
Okay, Sherry. Welcome to King's Sports Talk.
Yeah, thank you for your analysis. Attention have been drawn to the senior national team.
Okay.
For this World Cup qualifier, my prediction I can say is Liberia for these two upcoming games. Maybe we're expecting 4 points for the two games.
How?
Yeah, because right now my first expectation for Tunisia game is sure. Then the tattoo maybe we can get win from them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what analysis I am making.
Okay.
And also I want to say that I want to urge every Liberian to go and support the national team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us from Clarktown. So you can make your own suggestion, your recommendation to the senior men national team. And like I said, we hope to speak with the deputy communication officer at the Liberia Football Association. That is, if we can have him live this morning on the program to speak to some of those things, some of those challenges, some of those things that have been put into place by the FA for the senior men national team, the Lone Star. And so you can put your calls through. And Lone Star will be up against Tunisia on the 19th of March and Sao Tome on the 24th. And what your recommendation? Why do you think the Lone Star can make a comeback to international competition? The numbers to be a part is 0772 23 99 33, 0777 980375, or 886 30 44 97. This person, good morning. July, tell us the name and where you joining us from.
My name is Emmett Hazard and I do join competing in Nimble Intercession.
Okay, go ahead quickly. Do you think the Lone Star can make a comeback in international competition?
Well, thank you so much for me. I just want to make a recommendation or country prediction to Coach Tomo Kujo. We have Tunisia to play, and then my recommendation of prediction for Tunisia and Liberia game, I want to say to Coach Tomo Kujo, let's come on high in the defense, get a draw, at least from Tunisia. Then our next game, we're going to try to get a compulsory win to have ourselves in better in the group table.
Okay, that's a recommendation.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You two can make your own recommendation. The Lone Star will be up against Tunisia. You all know Tunisia is a very big side when it comes to football, especially African football. And we'll be up against Sao Tome on the 24th also at SKD. Why you make a recommendation to the coach, to the players out there? Why do you think the Lone Star can make a comeback to international competition, especially the World Cup? Yes, this is how it's going to be like for us. But while we are waiting your calls on the program this morning, let me try to update you with some of the fixtures from the Premier League. And today, Nottingham Forest will be up against Man City at 12:30 this afternoon. And while Brighton will welcome Fulham at 15-hour GMT, that's 3 o'clock. And at the same time, Crystal Palace will be up against Harwich, while Liverpool will welcome Southampton at 3 o'clock. And Brentford will be up against Aston Villa. Let's take a pause on that and take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Jose.
Yeah, good morning. You live. Tell us the name. Okay, Patrick. Do you think the Lone Star of Liberia can make a comeback to international competition?
Yeah, the now great comeback. You got to keep your thing on whenever. Yes, it's Tunisia. Anybody can win anybody. So now,
you say anybody can win anybody.
Yeah, anybody can win anybody.
No, but you gotta be prepared. You gotta be prepared now. You gotta be prepared now. You think Lone Star is prepared to win Tunisia at home?
Win Tunisia 1-0.
You think Lone Star is prepared to win Tunisia at home? That's my question. You think we are prepared?
Yeah, but now I'm following like your football over
okay.
In my inner. It's a push couple. But you see, they come in Wednesday. So I promise you will be a school come out of school for that law. And I want to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
But still, we enter the field for all camp. After the academy, they say we're having protection ban for the SKG.
Yeah, people can enter. No, people can enter the field. No, people can enter the field. Yeah, people can enter the field. That competition, the economy is just is a local tournament. It's not international, recognized by FIFA. Hmm? So
thank you for my honor.
Okay. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You live. Tell us the name. Okay, go back. Do you think the Lone Star of Liberia can make a comeback?
Yeah, by experience, we will make it because what is this thing and bring it down. So by the grace of God, and we go outside together. If we get win to Tunisia, if anything will do a more winner, then the battle round will be and we will never come back. So what I want to say to the Liberia is, when you know the kid is finding me well, whenever they find it, the whole thing will be 10 5 make sure that our body will put people in there. What will you do so that at least to get people to play well for us?
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So back to the Premier League. On today, like I said, Liverpool will welcome Southampton at 3 o'clock this afternoon, while Brentford will be up against Aston Villa at home. Wolverhampton will welcome Everton at 8 o'clock this evening in the Barclays Premier League. Okay. Or the Premier League. Okay. So that's how it's going to be like for the Premier League. And today, some of the fixtures. Okay. And also, keep your calls coming through. Keep your calls coming through. The Lone Star of Liberia will be up against Tunisia on the 19th of this month in the upcoming 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier. Lone Star is trailing 3 points against group leader Tunisia, and they will have to face Tunisia at home at SKD Sports Complex, and again on the 24th at home with against Sao Tome and Principe. After 24 years counting now, the Lone Star have been absent for international competition. We just failed to qualify for the African Cup of Nations 2025, and again, it's another qualifier for the 2026